मुंबई से इस वक्त बहुत जरूरी और भविष्य की दिशा तय करने वाली खबर सामने आ रही है। भारत और अमेरिका के बीच आर्थिक रिश्तों को नई ऊंचाई देने की दिशा में आज मुंबई स्थित नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज (NSE) ने एक हाई प्रोफाइल दौरा किया, जिसने दोनों देशों के कारोबारी संबंधों को और मजबूत करने के संकेत दिए हैं। आज यूएसए इंडिया बिजनेस काउंसिल (USIBC) ने एक उच्च स्तरीय प्रतिनिधिमंडल ने NSE मुंबई का दौरा किया। इस प्रतिनिधिमंडल का नेतृत्व कर रहे थे एडवर्ड नाइट, जो यूएस इंडिया बिजनेस काउंसिल के एग्जीक्यूटिव वाइस चेयरमैन हैं। यह दौरा केवल औपचारिक मुलाकात नहीं था, बल्कि भारत अमेरिका आर्थिक साझेदारी के भविष्य पर भी गहन संवाद था। दुनिया के सबसे बड़े और तेजी से बढ़ते वित्तीय बाजारों में शामिल NSE आज वैश्विक निवेशकों के लिए आकर्षण का केंद्र है। ऐसे में अमेरिकी उद्योग जगत के शीर्ष प्रतिनिधियों का यह दौरा भारत की आर्थिक मजबूती, वित्तीय पारदर्शिता और निवेश संभावनाओं को वैश्विक स्तर पर पहुंचाएगा। इस मौके पर प्रतिनिधिमंडल में भारतीय पूंजी बाजार, डिजिटल ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम, निवेशक सुरक्षा और नियामक ढांचे की विस्तार से जानकारी ली गई। साथ ही यह भी बताया गया कि कैसे भारत का वित्तीय बाजार तकनीक, इनोवेशन और वैश्विक मानकों के अनुरूप आगे बढ़ेगा। इस दौरे के दौरान अहम बयान भी सामने आया है, जो यूएस इंडिया बिजनेस काउंसिल के सीनियर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट अतुल केशप हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि भारत आज वैश्विक अर्थव्यवस्था में अहम भूमिका निभा रहा है। NSE जैसी संस्थाएं ये दिखाते हैं कि भारत निवेश, पारदर्शिता और तकनीक के क्षेत्र में तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। भारत और अमेरिका के बीच आर्थिक साझेदारी आने वाले वर्षों में और मजबूत होगी। अतुल केशप ने यह भी कहा कि भारत अमेरिका संबंध केवल कूटनीति तक सीमित नहीं है, बल्कि व्यापार, निवेश, स्टार्टअप, टेक्नोलॉजी और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जैसे क्षेत्रों में भी तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। वहीं प्रतिनिधिमंडल के प्रमुख एडवर्ड नाइट ने NSE के कार्यप्रणाली, डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और भारतीय बाजार की स्थिरता की सराहना की। उन्होंने कहा कि अमेरिकी कंपनियों के लिए भारत दीर्घकालिक निवेश का एक मजबूत और भरोसेमंद गंतव्य रहा है। इस दौरे के दौरान फिनटेक, ग्रीन एनर्जी, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, स्टार्टअप, इकोसिस्टम और कैपिटल मार्केट्स जैसे विषयों पर भी चर्चा हुई। दोनों पक्षों ने इस बात पर सहमति जताई है कि आने वाले समय में क्रॉस बॉर्डर इन्वेस्टमेंट्स और टेक्नोलॉजी सहयोग तेजी से आगे बढ़ेंगे। खास बात यह रही कि यह दौरा ऐसे समय पर हुआ है जब भारत दुनिया की तेजी से बढ़ती अर्थव्यवस्था है और अमेरिका भारत का सबसे बड़ा रणनीतिक और आर्थिक साझेदार है। NSE का यह दौरा केवल वित्तीय सहयोग का प्रतीक नहीं है, बल्कि यह भी संदेश देता है कि भारत अब केवल उभरती हुई अर्थव्यवस्था नहीं है, बल्कि विश्व का नेतृत्व करने वाला भी अर्थव्यवस्था बन रहा है। आज मुंबई से निकली यह तस्वीर और बयान आने वाले समय में भारत अमेरिका के व्यापारिक रिश्तों को नई ऊंचाई देंगे।
Midnight. I'm the executive vice chairman of NASDAQ and the chairman of the board of the U.S. India Business Council. I'm here with Ambassador Keshup, the president of the U.S. India Business Council and CEO. We're here to celebrate the relationship between India and the United States. A very strong economic partnership. The U.S. India Business Council has been in existence for 50 years. This is our 50th anniversary. It's appropriate that we're here at the NSE to celebrate this, which is such a vibrant example of the Indian economy and its growth and opportunities for India and for the whole world. So we're very appreciative of the NSE hosting us here today. NASDAQ has a very close relationship with this stock exchange. We work together on issues affecting markets around the world. They are a leader. We listen to them, and they help us resolve problems around the world that are affecting investors. We work with them on a daily basis. I serve on a board of the World Federation of Exchanges with the NSE. So we're very excited to be here. We're very excited to celebrate the relationship between India and the United States. We're very optimistic about it, and we are very excited about our 50th anniversary. The U.S. India Business Council was established by the two governments 50 years ago in February of 1976.
Yes.
The first delegation came here to meet and explore ideas of bringing the two economies together. So it's appropriate that we're back here again, and this couldn't be a better place than the NSE to celebrate this. Right, Ambassador?
Absolutely, Ed, and thank you very much for your service as our distinguished and honorable chair of the U.S.-India Business Council. Friends, it's a delight to be back in mighty Mumbai, Maharashtra. This is the economic engine that drives one of the most amazing countries on earth, a country with boundless potential and opportunity. Ed and I had wonderful and inspiring meetings in Delhi yesterday and the day before, and we came away from that even more dedicated to the founding premise of the United States-India Business Council, which is that both of our countries should attain our most complete and full potential in terms of economic, strategic, and technological ties. And there's no better place to celebrate that than right here in Mumbai at the National Stock Exchange. We're really honored to be here. Our delegation is delighted to have the opportunity to learn more about India's capital markets, which reflect the potential of this great country. I have every faith, and I think I represent our members in saying that the U.S.-India relationship is poised for even more growth, even more solidarity, and we wish both governments every success in concluding their trade negotiations with a view toward expanding the happiness and the prosperity and the potential of the American and Indian people, citizens of the two greatest democracies on earth. So thank you to the NSE for hosting us, and we're really honored to be here in our Jubilee year, 50 years of USIBC. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I can, sir, what are you picking up on the bilateral trade deal with Supreme officials in Delhi? Is it so that probably everyone's waiting for the Supreme Court judgment out of the US before we are making some concessions and before signing it up? And also, overnight we have seen some sort of relaxations which Brazil has really enjoyed. So, do you feel, as a chamber, do you feel that possibly because without the bilateral trade deal, the tariffs itself enjoy some kind of relaxations, so as to go back to 2-3?
So it is our duty, our dharma, to be full-throated votaries of the U.S.-India relationship. So we have been applauding as a business council from the sidelines as both of the governments have gone through a successive round of negotiations. What we have heard from both governments is that ambition is high on both sides, that there has been a great deal of conversation about what it would take to reinforce our economic partnership, that there has been very serious work done over the course of the year by both governments, and we remain optimistic that the deal will come through and that it will unlock even greater potential and prosperity for both of our peoples. So we are applauding and wishing both governments success to break the tape and finish the race.
I think it's important to understand that while the discussions on tariffs have gone forward, on a daily basis, on a moment-to-moment basis, the U.S. and the Indian business communities are working together collaboratively on a wide range of issues, from AI to quantum computing. We see that in our company. We see it with the companies that list with NASDAQ. I'm sure it's true also with the companies listing with the NSE. So that, those ties, nothing stops that collaboration, and it's ongoing.
So I think that's the job of the governments to answer that question. What I can say from my personal experience is that the U.S. and India have a very strong track record over the past 25 years of working with each other with mutual respect and confidence to resolve any issues that may be between them. We've done it over and over and over again. And I have the feeling that there is positivity and goodwill in both directions. So let's let the governments lead on making the news about this. But I do feel that there is certainly optimism from the business community based on what our chair just said, that investment in both directions by both of our leading companies, sets of leading companies, is good for each country and good for the happiness of each country. So, you know, we have been through tough negotiations in the past. I'm certain we'll get through this as well. Well, I'm very optimistic, and I'm, as I've said, we've been votaries of the trade deal since the negotiations began, and we very sincerely wish, as a council, that they conclude for the happiness of both of our countries.
Council also working on relaxation of the 50% tariffs itself, just like what has been achieved by and do you expect as the trade negotiations, bilateral trade.
So we want to see a set of circumstances and outcomes between the U.S. and India that unleash greater confidence about investment in both directions, job creation in both directions, prosperity in both directions. The tariffs are obviously a component of that negotiation, but as our chair said, there's so much else. There's the scientific collaboration, the research, the artificial intelligence. You're about to host an enormous conference in February in Delhi, semiconductors, rare earths, and so much else. So the trade deal is a kind of a signal of confidence in that broad project of U.S.-India collaboration, and we'll leave it to both governments to see how they conclude it, but we are supporters of making sure the trade deal gets done.
What would the science be to ensure
Yeah. So it's our duty to have respectful and constructive engagements with both governments. We do that all the time on behalf of our members to offer ways to reduce barriers between the two countries, to reduce friction, to create an enabling environment for investors in both countries to have confidence in each other. And that has been our role for 50 years, and we will continue in that very solemn duty to try to do the best we can for U.S.-India relations.
the Indian exports finding newer markets, especially the tariff-affected sector, finding newer markets beyond the US? And the push for really having some relaxation, push for having a deal at the lowest amount of time really goes away if the exports really find other markets across the world. How do you look at this eventuality which is now playing out in multi data?
What's good for the Indian economy will be eventually good for the U.S. economy. The U.S. economy thrives when the global economy grows. And we think India's continued growth, which the most recent economic figures show that the economy continues to grow at a rapid pace, as does the U.S. economy. So that's positive news. We will get a trade agreement. We will move forward on a wide range of issues. There'll be collaboration like there has been for the last 50 years. And the arc of this bends towards closer, more productive economic relationships. It has over the last 50 years.
There have been some concerns regard to NASDAQ's plan on the 2025 trading window, especially its impact on the Indian growth. If you are open for so long, what is the message which you are carrying to everybody who is meeting here? There will be some collaborations as NASDAQ continues. And India is also looking at this one and other T plus zero settlements. How are you really managing this?
We are responding to investors. Investors want to trade our securities. There's a $47 trillion market in Asia that trades when we don't trade. We are responding to that demand in interest in NASDAQ-listed companies. We're working with the SEC. We're working with the public. It is a proposal that's subject to public comment, but we're simply responding to the needs of investors in today's global economy.
Friends, I'm so sorry. I know we have to go in a minute because we have the bell ringing, but I just wanted to add one more thing. Honorable Chair and I were very impressed by what we heard from the government of India in Delhi earlier this week about the sweeping economic initiatives of the government of India to make India even more efficient, even more attractive as an FDI destination, ease and speed of doing business, regulatory rationalization, parliamentary bills that are being brought to make India an even more attractive place and to have its economy grow even more. We believe in that vision, so we applaud what the government of India is doing in terms of reforms. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.